good to get a win.
Well, Luke, Brett talked about giving you a call last Saturday night. What did that call mean to you, or what was that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, Coach B's the best. You know what I mean? And, you know, the encouragement, the coaching, just the man that he is spiritually and for our team is special. He's very rare in this business, I feel like. Yeah, to know he had my back through the whole week and through all of that was very uplifting for me.
What were you feeling at that moment when he called, like after that game?
Yeah, it was definitely tough after the game, and the day after was very tough too, and it was a tough week too. You know, those thoughts and those memories are still there. You know, you try to put it to bed, but you know, for him to call and in the midst of some pain there was very uplifting. Like I said, the encouragement he provided for me in that moment was special, and it wasn't just that call. It was constantly throughout the week, and you know, not just Coach B, but my teammates too. So it was very, very awesome.
How did you bounce back from that? Because obviously you put together a great performance today. Like, how did you mentally bounce back from that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a week for sure. You know, learned a lot about myself. You know, not just about on the field. You know, about what I'm made of. You know, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. It's been a week. You know what I mean? And glad to get a win, but you know, like I said, the people around me really propelled me forward all week, and I couldn't have done it without them. You know, not just my teammates and coaches, but you know, different support staff throughout the week, and you know, of course, family and friends, and yeah, I mean, to know I have so many people that love me and you know, helped me get through it was very, very special.
It seems like there was a point in the game where it was like, well, we're going to have to spread these guys out and speed them up a little bit. Was that a turning point for the offense?
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, looking back, you know, after the game, you know, we got to score a lot more points, you know, to be more successful, you know, coming up and, you know, facing a lot of great teams. But, you know, whatever's needed to be done throughout the game, whether we're running the ball really well or, you know, we want to put it on the perimeter, you know, we're going to do that. We're very confident, whatever that is that we need to do. But, you know, when they call my number, you know, I'm going to try to execute as best I can. And, you know, I have so many great teammates around me, you know, up front, you know, and out wide that, you know, make me look good all day.
Did you feel good about that when you started going up tempo? Did you feel good about the offense?
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, that was one of the emphasis of the week is to play with a lot of pace and physicality. And you know, we're very comfortable, you know, with playing with great pace. And, you know, we find a lot of success when we do that. And, you know, looking forward to, you know, keep that going, you know, so we can put up some more points.
It seemed like after the 10-0 deficit, the strip sack, there could have been a lot of opportunities to go, oh, here we go again. Like, how did you guys avoid doing that?
Yeah, definitely a tough moment. You know, we definitely didn't want to be in that situation, but you know, that's just football at the end of the day. You know, they made a few plays there, and yeah, we didn't hit the panic button at all. Have a lot of great coaches that put us in great positions after that moment, and just like, I mean, the teammates on this roster that are just so encouraging and, you know, so special. You know, so many special people on the team that, you know, never lose sight of our goals. And you know, it's easy to dwindle down and, you know, kind of get down on yourself after that. But, you know, we never hit the panic button or lost sight of you know, what we had prepared to do this week.
Did it mean anything to have Barry on the sideline this week? Have any impact?
Yeah, it was really cool. It did mean a lot, and not just mentally, but, you know, for him to be down there to, you know, for the X's and O's, and the coaching was awesome. I loved it, and you know, he's our fearless leader. He puts us in awesome positions all day, and you know, he puts us in great calls that, you know, we need to do better at executing as an offense as players. And yeah, I loved him being down there with us, and he's been great for me throughout this week too, and the encouragement and the guidance and the mentorship. He's awesome.
What was his message to you after that, during the week?
After last week?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's obviously, it was a pivotal week for me, but, you know, we have such a great connection, you know, on a spiritual level that we really, that he really helps me with, you know, and, you know, he tells me about some of his moments that he's had in the past, and, you know, I'm still learning, you know, and as a starter, and, you know, early in the season, and you know, he helps me in so many different ways, X's and O's, and but most importantly on that spiritual level that goes the furthest, I think.
Brett said this team doesn't have anything come easy, but he called you guys gritty. How would you assess where you guys are at before games?
Yeah, I think that's a good assessment, I guess. The team has a lot of grit, a lot of fight, no matter what the situation is. Got a lot of belief in each other. I got a lot of belief in my defense, and they always put us in great positions too. But like we said, we want to be in situations where we're putting the game away in a comfortable fashion, and but whatever's need to be done, if that's 4 quarters of gritty football, whatever you want to call it, we're gonna do that, and we lean onto that and take a lot of pride in that.
How do you guys do that? What's the next step to putting a game away?
Yeah, it's so many different things, from the schematics, and there's so many different things with that, and a lot of execution from the players' standpoint. We just really just have to tighten things up, and I think we're getting there for sure. Took a lot of good steps today, and creating explosives, and we're learning about ourselves. We're playing together for the first time. I'm playing with these dudes for the first time, and I think we're getting there. I'm very confident that we'll be able to maximize our opportunities in every situation, every drive that we have moving forward.
Well, just like last week, you had to kind of forget about the game. Do you have to do the same with today? Today went well, but you have to kind of push that back.
Yeah, absolutely, good or bad. You move on. You can't change anything about it. Whether I, score 7 touchdowns or 7 interceptions, you can't do anything about it. And that's the mentality I had this past week, and it'll be the same this week. We have a great opponent coming up in Purdue, and a really grueling schedule coming up in the next 8 weeks, and we'll learn from this game, obviously. But yeah, you got to move forward.
How's your connection kind of grown with Isaiah? What do you make of his day today?
Yeah, he makes me look better. Every single game, he's a special talent, special player, and a special leader for this team. The way he helps the players around him grow in so many different facets of the game. And like I said, I try to just get him the ball as much as I can, and he makes the play, no doubt.
What you see on the first touchdown? Is that a play put in for this week? Or?
Yeah, it was definitely kind of a special play that we had for this week that we've had for a while. We've just been waiting to call it, but yeah, Griffin, like the run action kind of sold itself, and Griffin kind of popped behind those guys, and I just kind of had to get it in his hands one way or the other, dodging a defender or whatever needed to be done. But yeah, great design by Coach Lenny, and a great call in that situation.
What'd you see in that rushing touchdown? It seemed like you saw right away that you were going to have a spot up the middle.
Yeah, the 3rd down, and a 3rd and goal there with 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9-ish, and knew they were in a man coverage. We had a good concept that I was very confident in, that we practiced all week, and they kind of brought a zero pressure where they brought more guys that we could block, and was able to find a running lane there. And like I said, they were in man coverage, so those defenders had their eyes weren't on me, so kind of just walked in the end zone, you know what I mean? So luckily it played out that way, but yeah, another great call that I knew whatever situation, whatever defense that was presented to us, we were going to execute.
Not to, I don't know if you've been asked this, but someone owe Caden a touchdown at some point, Caden Fagan, and on a more serious note, for freshmen to have that awareness to slide down and ice it away, what's that say about it?
Yeah, that's really cool. I wasn't even thinking of that at the moment, and you kind of saw how Florida Atlantic kind of reacted on defense. Once he popped that run to try to let him score, I think he, felt that. But Coach B, make sure. The situational football that he makes us practice, and that he instills that mindset in us. It was kind of just second nature to him. It was his first time kind of being in that situation. But yeah, he's a great player, special person, and that was cool to see. For a young guy to do that.
On that rushing score, you guys the lead at the half. What was kind of your feeling after that play?
It was exciting. I think we've had a lot of success, at the end of the halves and things like that, and it's so good for our momentum moving forward in the second half and things like that. But it's always fun to score, no matter what. So and to celebrate with those guys. So it was good. A lot of momentum, a lot of energy, for our whole team and our fans too. And fans were great today, and but it's always cool to get in the end zone for sure.